Hey, I'm Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Team Riser Fall to talk about some Beasties Boomers for Wednesday, June 29th. How fast has this month gone by? Phew! And it is gone. That's all good. You want to play along at home and screen grab and pen and paper, however you want to do it. Make sure you go to the website, Team Riser Fall. When you get there, use promo code Beastie. You'll get $10 off your first month of premium services, and that allows you basically everything, right? This video is free. A lot of the stuff in the Discord is free, but you can get in on our daily cores, put in the website by coaches like me, or you can hang in the Discord in the Ronin channels as we're talking, 20, 30 minutes prior to lock. And today, it's a good one. 15 games all day, but per usual, I want to talk about the main slate, which is 7 games on FanDuel, 7:05 lock time. Same exact thing on DK, 7 games, lock is at 7:05. And when you look at Yahoo, which is becoming an unbelievable, format to play fantasy anything, wait till we get to football season. They are 7 games tonight, and that locks at 7:05. Today, we're going to bring in all the bells and whistles, the stacks tool, the projections, and even the study hub, and we're going to dig in on my favorite stack of the day. Stick around, and let's get into it. And here we are in the Team Riser Fall Study Hub and the Discord link in its full glory. All I got to do is click there and look at that. It'll take you right where you want to be. I want to talk about this Minnesota at Cleveland Guardians game. First pitch is at 7:10 p.m. Progressive Field. Weather looks great here in the Metro Detroit area right now. It's rainy. It's still about 70 degrees, but we know you can't play baseball when it rains. The weather looks to be good. 79 degrees with a slight 4 to 5 mile an hour breeze coming from center field right behind the Keystone. And when we go to this one, when we dig a little deeper, Cleveland finishing up a 4-game series with Minnesota today. First pitch 7:10, as I said. Minnesota, as it stands right now, 43-34. They played well as of late, winning 4 of their last 5 games, and a few of them were against Cleveland here. When you look at the Guardians, not that good as it stands now, 37-34. I guess at this stage of the season, if you're any sort of games up above 500, that is the move here. Dylan Bundy takes the mound for Minnesota, and Cal Cantrell takes the mound for Cleveland in this one. I got some betting trends here, and I really like the over in this one, so that just goes to speak, who I love and why I love this game. All right, enough with the nonsense. Let's bring in the Twins here, because that's who I want to talk about. And in the first spot, leading off here, first baseman, hopefully, fingers crossed, I don't see why it wouldn't be. It'd be Luis Ariz here. Look at him across the board here. He has one in the order here. His WOBA, it looks to be, very juicy as well. Here we go. Luis Ariz right here. And I can't wait to get to Polanco. He's finally back, and he had an awesome game last time out here. But Luis Ariz, so far, 440 slugging percentage, on base 426, averages at 344. Finally, a guy that's he's about getting on base and getting base knocks. It doesn't have to be a power shot every time he steps in the batter's box. Let's look in the projections. You know how much I love to use those ones. And I believe I had him up this morning. I'm fooling around with this thing as we're talking. And here we go. Look at this. Ownership percentage, 2.3%. Nothing crazy. Value tier is an A. Projection tier is a B. That's okay. That's what you love to see in your leadoff hitter. As we go here, let's see what he's got going on DraftKings. Ownership percentage, juicy, 2.1%. And I said $3,000 on FanDuel, 4.6 on DK, and only $16 on Yahoo. Let's move down the list, and we all know and love this guy, Byron Buxton, and we all know what he's about. When he's in the lineup, the Twins are, I don't have the graphic in front of me, and I'm not going to speak on something I'm not 100% sure of, but their winning percentage, and they're like, I think they're like 31-19 or something when Byron Buxton is active at the plate. Byron Buxton, 3.9 on FanDuel, 5.6 on DK, and $21 on DraftKings. When we go along here, let's look at Buxton on DK, shall we? I got to start showing DraftKings more love, because I know a lot of you are primarily DK players, whereas I'm a primarily FanDuel, player, but you got to cover it all. And there we go. Byron Buxton, A. His DK, his projection tier is an A, and as it stands right now, his projection is around 9.95. Again, I think that is a floor projection. That's okay, because one bomb, one double, triple, and he's already exceeded that. That's why his projection tier is probably probably an A because rise or fall, and the numbers know that Buxton is one AB away, one pitch away from absolutely destroying his value, which is at a D. So that leads me to believe that they don't, the computer and the numbers don't think Byron Buxton is going to have, a great game. You could pull that from, but when you look at Buxton, 43 runs, 36 ribbies, 20 bombs, and 1 stolen base here. So let's go back to the projections for Jorge Polanco. When I saw his name, pop up in my notes this morning, I said, you know what? Polanco has been, I dare I say Swiss Army knife because multi-positional eligibility, but at second base, batting third in this line, that is a huge boost, a huge bump to everybody before him, like Arez, like Byron Buxton, and guys after him like Correa and Max Kepler, which I'll get to. But let's look at Polanco here, 3%, ownership percentage, nothing wild, only 3.7 on on DraftKings, 3.2 on FanDuel, and $16 on DraftKings. When you look at his DK projection, 8.95, again, I would imagine that's why his tier value is an A, his value tier is an A, because when you get him at $3,700 at only 3% ownership, batting third in this lineup at Cleveland against Cal Cantrell, it just makes so much sense. Let's go back to the hub here for a minute, and we'll check in on a FanDuel batter matchup with Carlos Correa. Not going to spend a ton of time on him. We know what he's about, shortstop, right-handed bat. Looks to be batting fourth in this lineup today. And I can't, if I were to give you just one play, one-off tonight, and I'm throwing out all the, because there's 15 games here, the Angels are playing, the Dodgers are in Colorado. Regardless, I think Correa might be my 1A of players I want in my lineup tonight, so it only makes sense that he's going to round out our 4-man Minnesota stack here tonight. When you look at Correa, let's scroll over and look into some of these little deeper numbers here. When you look at Correa, his FanDuel tier rating, 40.39. As you can see, it's like a yellow, right? Green means go, red means stop, yellow means, proceed with caution. There should be no caution in my mind and yours tonight when we look at Correa. Look, B and B in terms of his value tier, projection tier, and when you look at what Correa's done against the starting pitcher today, and that is Cal Cantrell, it's great. It's great. Look at his WOBA, 356. We know that 320 is, I believe, above average. Anything over 400 is elite, and he sits at 356, so that's beautiful to see. Let's check in on his projection briefly, and that'll give us ownership percentage across the board on DraftKings since I have that tab still open. Carlos Correa, ownership percentage only 2%. When you look at him, his DK value 1.75. That's all well and good. And his salary only 48 here. And here's what I've spun this thing a lot in these videos throughout the summer so far, right? I love Carlos Correa. His DK projection is only at 8.4. He'll double, triple that one tonight, fingers crossed here. And I love when I see a stud like Carlos Correa batting fourth in a game with a team implied point total of like 6 or 7 runs here. I love when I see his DK value tier as a D, because I know folks, not putting anybody down, but I know some folks, they look at this across the board as we see it now here. And they go, well, Correa's, his projection tier is a B. That's cool. That's a passing grade if you've ever been in school. But when you look at his value tier, it's a D. In today's day and age of DFS, people put a lot of stock in, I won't say unnecessary stuff, but they put a lot of stock in things that don't really sway me one way or another in terms of rostering someone. So when you see Carlos Correa at a value tier of a D, that might turn some people off. And when you look at his ownership percentage, 2% even, will that be bumped up later this afternoon? Absolutely. I could see it going to 3.4, 3.8%, but people are going to start digging in and looking, his tier value is a D. I want guys that return 2-3 times value, and the computer and the algorithm is telling me it's a D. Pay no mind to that. I'm telling you right now, Carlos Correa is going to hit a bomb tonight, and on FanDuel at least, that's like 18.7 points. So you're already looking at double the one swing of the bat. You're going to get double the value and absolutely shatter his DK tier value of a D. Just in case, I like to give you a fifth guy, just in case something happens. What if Jorge Polanco, they give him a night off to rest after like a long delay he hasn't played here? And it's has to be Max Kepler here. Kepler, 2.7 on FanDuel, 4.5 on DK, only $12 on Yahoo. So far, Kepler, 32 runs, 33 RBIs, 7 bombs, 2 stolen bases, slugging percentages around 388, on base is 341. But when we look at Max Kepler, what he does, Kepler is a guy that will stand in the box here and he'll take pitch after pitch, foul him off, maybe swing and miss at a few, but he will stand in there at an at-bat, and that's what you love to see. You're going to wear down a guy like Cal Cantrell, and hopefully by the time you wear him down, that'll be second, third time through the lineup, and this guy's going to be absolutely just bombed on. So let me bring my face back in, and we'll get the heck out of here. And here we are for the ending of Beasties Boomers on Wednesday, June 29th. Looking at my notes, I try and do a good job of sharing the pictures and all that. I want to say thank you. We've picked up some momentum the last few weeks, and it's a perfect timing. You know, July is right around the corner. Then August, the dog days of summer are just about here already. I can't even believe it. Briefly, just a final score prediction when we look at this one. I think Minnesota hangs 7 or 8 runs, and Cleveland will hang early in the game. I'm thinking we're looking at like a 5-4 score, you know, heading into the 6th or 7th inning, and then Minnesota, you know, carries it over the hump here. They carry the torch for the win, and Minnesota wins this one 8-4 here. So you're looking at 8 runs, primarily produced from Arez, Byron Buxton, Jorge Polanco, Carlos Correa, and Max Kepler. Thanks for being here. If you want to do a little more here with the website, go there and sign up. Subscribe now. When you get there, use promo code Beastie. You'll get all the bells and whistles. You'll get all the amenities, and you will become a Rise or Fall family. When you do get there, tag me in the Discord. Let's chit chat. Let's hang out. Even leave one in the comments here. Love talking to people. So until I see you tomorrow for Thursday, June 30th. Can you believe it? Or is it the 1st tomorrow? Let me double check that. Regardless, the summer is here and baseball is rolling. So be good, be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.